It's mid-July now, and so it's 11 months after I started to turn my yard into a permaculture yard, and it's in the rainy seasons now. So we're getting more rain and more growth. This is the banana tree, the ice cream banana tree, with the Mexican oregano. It's going to town. And the sweet potatoes, Japanese sweet potatoes. And then the blue porterweed. So far I haven't seen any indication of fruiting for the banana tree. And I keep trying to give it more fertilizer, compost. So we'll see. So here I have a bunch of pigeon peas with oregano. Originally this was gonna be the fire, I think it's fire stick, but it's kind of been taken over by the pigeon peas. It's not blossoming, so this is, oh, I guess you can't see that. This is it here and here. So it's doing pretty well. It's doing better. It's setting up new shoots right there, and here's one there. So hopefully pretty soon they'll start to flower, because I don't have anything flowering pretty much now for any kind of pollinators. This is the Monstro plant that I planted probably, like 4 months ago, something like that. And the kind of lily, and those are just primarily to help with chop and drop type of deal. This is Edgar's baby dragon fruit, and I got it probably March, so also probably like 4 or 5 months ago. And the top part of it is new from when I got it, so it seems to be doing pretty well, but also kind of stopped growing now. Maybe too hot, I don't know. This is the nopales, and also got it like in March. It has 2 new leaves, if that's what you call them, since I got it, so it seems pretty happy there. Seems like it's doing pretty good. And this is that Brazilian tree that grows fruit on the bark, Jacotiaba or something like that, that I thought I killed. Now it's being protected by the sweet potato, and so it's coming back, but it's also very tiny. This is more pigeon peas. So right now I basically need shade. This yard didn't have any shade, and so nothing would grow. The sun would take out everything. So the pigeon peas are a great source of shade. They're such fast growers. Here's my taro. Seems like it's still growing, so I guess I don't have to harvest it yet. The porterweed is flowering, so that's good. And then the sweet potatoes are really covering the ground. Looks like I'm ready to pull back more grass. Sorry, it's not taro, it's the yucca, sorry. Here's the mulberry going to town. It's growing really good, being protected by the pigeon peas. There's also in here, this is the Brazilian cloak. That's also going to town. I thought I'd killed it last year, but it seems to have come back with a vengeance. But again, no flowers yet, so I don't know why things aren't flowering. This is my peanut butter plant that I also thought I'd killed, and it's coming back. So that's awesome. And I don't know what this one is. It was a stick from my neighbor. I'm gonna look it up. I looked it up, and it seems like this could be the white mulberry. And so if that's the case, I need to transplant it because it's going to take up a lot of space and it's going to need some room. But white mulberry could be what this plant is. I'll ask her and see what she says. This moringa really took off. I've chopped and dropped it a bunch of times. I think I'll maybe wait to do it again because it is flowering. I see some pollinators on it. And then after it gives its seed pods, then I think I'll chop and drop it again. Here's the papaya. I think it grew about 3 feet over the past month. It had those 5 little papayas and only one of them made it. Oh, here's the guy. Hello, fella. So there's 1 papaya left and hopefully it'll grow. Oh, look, it's getting more flowers. So maybe it's gonna put on a new crop. I think the little gecko is guarding the papaya. So more flowers, possibly more papaya. Here's my ground peanut. I need to know how to propagate it. It's moving, it's growing, so that's good. But I need a lot more of it. And I'm very sad because my Ecuadorian papaya died. I think it probably got too dry. It didn't make it. And my cashew is definitely dead. I don't know what happened. It never thrived. I can never fix it no matter what I did. So I guess I'll just have to discard it. I don't know if it was a disease or what. This edible hibiscus is going to town, so that'll be great for salads. It's awesome. The bugs like it too, looks like. And this yucca is also really, really going to town. Taller than me now. So it's very happy in there. This little moringa is finally growing. It's the only one that survived from what I tried to do last year, and it barely did, but had a lot of care from the beans around it. So now it's doing its thing. And this is another one of those either fire stick plants or the Brazilian cloak. I can't tell them apart very well. I think it might be the fire stick one that seems like it's surviving. I cut back this pigeon pea because it was turning all yellow, and now it's putting out new shoots, so I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe it's going to grow back. And wow, my butterfly bush is going to town. It's crazy. It seems like it's really propagating and getting so big, like giant. And right here, I can't believe it, but the coral came back. I really thought it was gone for good, but it's starting to come back. Look at that. It did it. Oopsie. What's going on here? Right there. It's coming back. So awesome. Here's this avocado that still looks pretty diseased and unhappy. It's really being covered by this kind of verbena-like plant that I probably need to pull back off of it a little bit so it'll have a chance. Here's the acerola cherry. I'm thinking maybe to crop it back a little bit so it's not so bushy and we'll have more upright presentation. The Barbados cherry. Here's that Mexican sunflower. Cut it back so many times and it still grows so good. It's just such a fantastic plant. It doesn't have any flowers right now, but it seems like it puts them on real regular. Here's the custard apple growing pretty darn good. Everybody loves the pigeon peas, I think. I think they're awesome companion plants. Very protective and nourishing for new trees and bushes and seeds. This is the Kavanaugh banana, and it hasn't given any bananas, but it does have a pup. Somebody just dug this out of their backyard. So I don't know what that means. Maybe it has a pup. That's good. Here's my other banana. I forgot what kind this is. But it's also doing good, and it also has a pup. Got another pup. That's pretty exciting. Looking pretty good. Here's my avocado. And it's doing good. These are my black-eyed peas. I have a lot of black-eyed peas going on. And they're going to town. They look awesome. Ow. Here's my tree daisy. That's also doing good. Getting big. Planted with the sweet potatoes. I need to pull the grass back from it. This poor mango has never thrived. I don't know if it will. Doesn't look like it might. But I'll keep tending it and see if it might come back. This mango is doing much better than the other two. I don't know what's the difference. But at least I have 1 out of 3. That seems to be doing pretty good. This is the chaya, or tree spinach. That's doing great. This is it's something like Tarika, something like that. It's a salad green bush. And it's doing pretty good too. It came back pretty good. This is my dwarf Orenco banana. I thought I had killed it, but it looks like it's coming back. It's being protected by the sweet potatoes. Probably can't see it from here. All the elderberry died. I had 3 plants, they all died. So I think it's too dry here in the winter, maybe. And so anyways, the Mexican sunflower, I planted here because it's the area that floods. This is the area that floods. And so what I want to do is put in, I was thinking of swale and berm, but I might just put in like a hole, like a rain garden pond hole type of deal, with a berm around the edge of the concrete, to try to catch that water, so that there's not as much danger of it going in the house. Although it doesn't flood the house, but it seemed like it could. Okay, so I've been working on this berm and trench. I don't know if it's technically a swale since it's not on a hill, for maybe an hour, 45 minutes. I pulled out, maybe 18 inches, something like that, of soil, and then put it over here. And because the ground cover that I have that grows real easy and I have a ton of is that Mexican oregano, I put a bunch of that in there. Not all of it will survive, but some of it will, and then it takes over. I also put in the pigeon peas and the black-eyed peas. And then I put on the back of it, I put some bricks just for now to kind of contain it and see. We have this, it's after Ian, they put all of our electric underground. So I'm afraid of extending this trench further because I don't want to wreck the electric. I'm not sure how far down it goes. So on a different day, when there's not as much sun, when I get out earlier, then I'll do more work in this area. But for now, it's kind of like an experiment. We'll see. I don't know if I should plant that white mulberry in the trench, or what. But just curious to see what'll happen as I start to work more with berms and trenches and try to get more water pulled away from the house to prevent any flooding. So it's an experiment.